internally and externally. Internally weak, externally strong. A lot of people out there, they're externally, physically strong, but internally weak as shit. You guys, hey, two things. One, check out that sunset. Pretty friggin' nasty right there and amazing. Number two, I'm going to talk to you guys about getting out of your own fucking way, man. Getting out of your own way. Every level in life requires you to get out of your own way. And somebody in the last, I think it was the last video, asked if I would come in here and teach about how to get on camera and get out of your own way. Now think about this. Now maybe some of you guys are like, oh, well, I don't need to get on camera. No. All of you guys are eventually going to need to be on camera. Like, all of you guys should have the confidence to be able to get on camera. Can you get on camera? Put your stuff out there into the internet? Or are you so judgmental of yourself that if you were to put it out, you would hate it? Or you would do a video a million times? Like, how many of you guys are confident enough to actually share your life, share your philosophies, share your mindset, and to do a video and leave it up? Because that might sound like a very simple task and a silly thing to ask, but every level in life requires you to get out of your own way. And if you can't get out of your own way for something like that, there's a good chance that you're not going to be able to get out of your own way for the obstacles that you need to overcome to get to your goals. I'm just using the camera as an example. Man, look at that sunset. So I'm going to talk to you guys about how I've personally been able to get out of my own way and get on camera, And I'll tell you, it's been a battle. If you go to my Instagram, I have I think it's over 2,000 posts at this point. And one of my first Instagram videos, I put it up and I took it down 10 minutes later because I was so judgmental of the content. I thought it was so stupid, I ripped it down. So how did I go from that to jumping on here, doing these videos, and like one of the other ones, telling the guy in the comment section to fuck off that I was going to use this mic no matter what? How did I go from that? How did I go from having a hard time doing one video to doing over 2,000? Even on this YouTube channel, which I'm learning YouTube, I've got hundreds of videos. How did I do it? Well, you guys, it does come down to getting out of your own damn way. Now, getting out of your own way is such a powerful thing to be able to do because I was sitting down at a table with a guy. He sold his company for over $100 million. And me and him were, and he was in his late 30s. So we're sitting down, we're talking. We're talking about leadership, we're talking about business. And we're sharing about how, like, he had way more success than I had in business, but I had been in the military and I had done the top 0.01% path, So I understood what it took to succeed because I got to a level that very few people got to. But one of the things that me and him were talking about was that every level in business, him going from making his first dollar to making over 100 million, that every step required him to get past and beyond himself, that he had to improve himself to get to the next level. He had to get out of his own way. So you guys, no matter what you want to accomplish in life, you want a better chick, you want a better life, you want a better car, you want a better business, you want a better career, you have to become better. You have to get beyond you. So how do you do that? Well, I'll tell you guys, one of the biggest things that messes you guys up is, and it messed me up, is I was like that car back there. I was like the Urus. I was good on the outside, strong on the outside. I had this bravado, I had this charisma, I had this exterior appeal to me, right? Or at least I tried to have an exterior appeal. What that looked like was false confidence. Me walking around acting like I was cool. It was me walking around with muscles, but on the inside, imagine if that car didn't have any gas in it. That was me. I was empty on the inside. I didn't have the internal strength. I didn't have the internal fuel to take myself to that next level. And that's where a lot of you guys are at when it comes to getting on camera, is you don't have the intestinal fortitude. You don't have the internal strength to get beyond yourself. Now, this is something that they don't teach you on the internet, and this is something that they don't teach you in life about success and what it takes because, people can't sell this to you, right? So they won't sit there and tell you what it really takes, how much internal fortitude, how much willpower it takes to actually build something. It takes an incredible amount of willpower to build the life that you want and to get on camera. So I want to tell you guys, I'll tell you guys what I did to overcome this, all right? So to get myself to be able to get on here and get on camera is a lot of people where they mess up in life is how they appear doesn't line up with how they want to see themselves, right? With me? So they jump on camera, they do a video, and they want to be all polished. They want to be all perfect. They want to have a good message. They want to have authority. They want to have energy. And they get on there, and they end up basically being like the polite person that they were when they were in school. You know, school taught you to play by the rules. So they put on an act. They put on a mask. And they're like, they're perfect, they're polished. It's like the freaking real estate people. These real estate people, every single one of them looks the same, right? You see their billboard, and they got on a freaking suit. They got their hair done a certain way. And it's like, look at me, I'm Mr. Professional. I'm a freaking real estate agent. And it's like, bro, if you would have looked at that guy's life in his 20s, he was a shit show. He was passed out drunk in a freaking club, puking on himself, pants down, inside of the bathroom. He got kicked out. His buddies dragged him out. Or that chick, you know, she was the same way. Her girls were holding her hair out of her throw up. She was a shit show. But here they are on the billboard trying to look like the part, right? My point is, guys, is that everybody in life is trying to pretend to be somebody that they're not. And the quicker you guys align yourself perfectly, like, in other words, who you try to appear to be is not a false version of you, okay? This is what happens when people, this is why you guys feel that way on the inside, okay? When you like cut a corner in life, when you skip a step, when you eat like shit, when you sleep in, when you're not disciplined, when you drink too much, you're telling yourself, you have this, it's almost like God is watching you, right? Like God is watching you taking notes. Your subconscious mind is recording all of your activity. So if you're doing shady shit, if you're not listening to yourself, if you're not being disciplined, when it goes time to get on camera, you're going to feel like a fucking fraud because you haven't been disciplined. You haven't done the things to actually feel confident. You're trying to pretend like you're confident. Does that make sense? So what I'm trying to tell you is that if you guys really truly want to feel confident, get on camera, get out of your own way, you got to get in alignment. You got to instead of just trying to appear confident, you got to do things behind closed doors that make you confident, which comes down to the fucking wake up time, cutting the drink. For me, it was cutting alcohol out of my life. I didn't like seeing myself on camera because as soon as I showed myself on camera, I had this big bravado, like positive self-image. I felt like the Lamborghini on the outside. Like I was trying to showcase and trying to make everybody think I was a Lamborghini, but I wasn't. I was a fucking hoopty, man, because I was drinking. I was breaking promises to myself. I was being gluttonous. I was fabricating. I wasn't telling the full truth. And I'm telling you guys, if you want to get out of your own way, you need to have internal strength to be like, I'm going to get on camera. I'm going to fucking do this. And the only way you develop that internal strength is by doing things when no one is watching that gives you internal strength. Okay? In other words, your discipline and your willpower is a muscle, right? So when you decide to wake up early and you feel like shit, but you get up early anyway, you build your willpower. When one of your friends tells you to go out and have drinks with them and you say no, that you're going to work on your life, you're going to work on your business, you're going to work on your fitness, you say no to temptation, you build up more internal strength. When you stay disciplined to your diet, you build up more internal strength. And all this internal strength helps you build willpower. And then when it's time to get on camera, it translates and you're able to jump on camera and get out of your own way and deliver a message, and you actually feel like the motherfucker that's worthy of delivering the message. So one of my favorite quotes is, the world is not a crazy enough place to reward a bunch of undeserving people. And if you don't feel like you're good enough to get on camera, what I challenge all of you guys to do is to start doing harder things off camera. Start really truly disciplining yourself when no one is watching. Truly discipline yourself on Friday night, Saturday night. It's Friday night right now, about 7 p.m. on the East Coast. I'm doing a freaking YouTube video for you guys. Okay? I'm not out partying. I'm not out drinking. I'm working, man. I'm delivering a service to you guys. I'm making you guys better. This is how you build confidence. I could cut a corner. I could not do the video. But over the years, my repetition and my consistency has helped me build that inner strength. And so when it's time to go on the video and do it, I'm thinking, fuck, I really don't feel like doing this. Man, I look like an idiot. Fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. My internal strength is greater than my selfish and my selfish needs, my judgment. And this is my last piece on this, to get really beyond yourself. Anytime you guys are in a difficult spot, right? You need to do a video, you want to do sales for your business, you want to like put in that extra PT, the physical training to get promoted at work or go on to a military school. Anytime you guys want that next level in life, and you're having a hard time because you're thinking about you. That's your problem, motherfucker. Your problem is that you're too obsessed with you. The times in my life when I've been the most desperate, the most depressed, the most down, the most out, the most hated my life was times when I was concerned with me. When you think about that, when you want to get on camera but you can't, you're so concerned with you, you're not concerned with the person on the other side of the camera. Like, I'm thinking about you right now. Jeremiah's not here. So when it comes time to do your daily disciplines, when it comes time to do the thing that you need to do and get out of your own way, are you thinking about yourself or are you trying to be of service to other people? Those two things I just told you guys, like being disciplined when no one's watching and being a person of service, are the two things that really help me out getting on camera and getting out of my own way. When I don't want to wake up in the morning, if you guys go to my Instagram, you see my early wake up times. You see me doing my journaling, my workouts, all of that. When I don't want to post that shit every single day, I post it because I know it helps out you guys. So this is the key. I did those two things. Worked on my discipline behind closed doors. And then number 2, I shifted from selfish to selfless. And then the last thing, here's a bonus little tip for you guys. It's just a reps game, right? You're gonna callous your mindset when you work on your reps. Like, the more videos you put out, the more criticism that's gonna come, and the more that you're gonna teach yourself and train yourself to get over yourself. Everything in your life that you resist is mindset training. It's an opportunity for you to strengthen that motherfucking mind to become so mentally tough you can accomplish anything. So next time you're thinking like you can't do something, I want you to look at it as like that resistance, that difficulty is an opportunity for you to strengthen your mind, to develop the mindset. I used to have this 3x5 card in my wallet. Actually, I still have it, but I used to have this note on there that you can kind of hardly see these days because it's so washed out. But it said, intelligent people make intelligent decisions. If you can conquer not drinking, if you can win it, if you can not drink, you master life. But my point with this is that I taught myself how to do the difficult things when no one was watching, and that's what built up my inner strength, okay? So when you guys do this, when you start building up that inner strength and you start being very, very disciplined, your self-image changes. How you perceive yourself changes. You start looking at yourself like a motherfucker that should be number one. I was at where was that today? Oh, I went and got my life insurance license today. I'll be talking about that probably in the future. But bottom line is I went and got my life insurance license and I had to test for it. And the guy was asking me, you have to lock up your stuff. And as I went up to the counter and I told the guy I locked up my stuff, he said, what locker did you grab? I said 1. And there was like 100 lockers there. But when they gave me the key and I walked over to the locker to put my hat in there, my keys in there, whatever, you know what locker I looked for? I looked for the number 1 locker. Because I'm a motherfucker, I've developed that internal strength where I believe I deserve to be number 1. And the only way I did that was by working on my daily disciplines behind closed doors, was by being a person of service when I was trying to be selfish. And then I worked on the reps. I worked on posting every single day consecutively. Okay, so that's what I challenge you guys to do. A little bit longer video today, 13 minutes or so. But I hope this helps. If it did, if you guys, by the way, if you guys aren't the person that gets on camera, like you don't need to do that for whatever reason, I still would like to know how this video helped you. But if you guys like this video, tell me what you like down below. And if there's anything else you guys want me to do content on, obviously I deliver. Enjoy the evening. Make good choices tonight. It's Friday night. Conquer all.